Hey crafties, Laura here in my craft closet, and I'm making a fun fold card today, the Sidestep Summer card. See how fun it is? It opens up and you see the different levels. So we're going to be using the new July Paper Pumpkin Kit, Summer Nights, with a few of the extras and a paper trimmer. I'm going to walk you through the steps. So I made this one with some of the extra lanterns and the fireflies. But who knows, after we make ours, we may make ours with, I have a few extra Ferris wheels, so I think this would look really cute on this Sidestep card. So any of your extras, get them out if you want to make it like this. If you want to make it with the Ferris wheel with me, that'll be great. And don't worry, both Fun Fold cards have the same measurements, so you're going to need an 8.5 by 5.5 CALYPSO coral. That's just a normal size for a card. And then a paper trimmer and a scorer, and of course the extras in your kit. So let's start by cutting and scoring our Sidestep card. So I'm gonna clean my space up a little bit. Now what you're gonna see here, I'll leave the already made card here, but I always make a template whenever I do a Fun Fold card. Just a little tip from me. Sometimes I forget what I did, so I take an old piece of cardstock and I just kind of draw out my numbers and make the cuts and the scores, and it just really helps me remember what the heck I did. Okay, so here we have our CALYPSO coral, 5.5 by 8.5, and we are going to make a cut. Now, I'm going to try and make all these measurements very clear here, but just in case, I know I'm a visual learner personally, so hence the template. So I'm also going to have these numbers on the blog as well. So if you want to follow along, that would be great. We're going to make a slit 3¼ inches in for our steps. And we're going to start at 3 inches on the long side and go all the way to 6 3/4. So I'm going to put my card long ways to 3 1/4, because that's how far over we want our slit to be. Let me make sure I got we got the cutting one. And I'm just going to put it down at 3, push it in to cut the paper, and slide it down to, what I say, 6 3/4. And that gives you enough space to actually have, a few steps. All right. See, that's all it is. Now we are going to turn it and we are going to score it. And that's what I wrote these numbers here for. And remember to switch to your scoring blade. We're going to do at 3 1/8. And we're only going to go to our cut. 3 1/8. 4 1/4, which you will probably think that sounds familiar because that is our halfway. So we're just going to go all the way across. That's for a normal card fold. 4 1/4. But then our next few are just going to be on our staircase. So it's going to be 4 7/8. Remember, only to the cut. 4 7/8. I'm going to go 6 1/4. Whoops, I need to open up my arm here. Oops. So what did I say? 6 1/4. This is why I keep my templates, so I can just look at it over and over. 6 1/4. And then our last one is 6 3/4, which is where we finish the slit. 6 3/4. All right, let's get our trimmer out of here. All right, so here is what we have. I'm gonna first fold it in half, just like a normal A2 card. But now we have all of our steps here and little scores in it, so we're gonna just accordion style fold it. So fold this one down, the next one up, the next one down. And hopefully, oh no, I must not have scored it all the way. That's fine. And just push it down so that all the scores are even. Make sure your card is lined up as well. All right, there we go. That's our Sidestep card. And we're going to go ahead and decorate it now. And now it's stamping time. So I like how these fireworks are in the background, so I think I'm going to do that again. We did say we're going to use a Ferris wheel. Get out your Blackberry Bliss ink spot that came with your kit and move you to the side. I want to stamp back here, but I don't want to stamp a firework onto the onto my steps. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take my scrap piece of paper and just kind of shove it into there. I just don't want to get ink on my desk, on my mat. I'm going to ink up our firework. And I'm going to just kind of put them randomly. What I like about this firework is it's kind of foolproof. If it doesn't stamp quite perfectly, it's okay. You kind of don't notice it's a firework. There we go. Just going to stamp it all over the card. Move my paper. And besides, we're going to have our sentiment there. We're going to have the Ferris wheel. I love that Ferris wheel. This whole kit is cute to me. I'm a big fan of circuses and amusement parks. I know a lot of us haven't gotten to enjoy those this summer. So this is a really nice kit to remind us. Is that enough fireworks? That's enough fireworks. All right. You know what? Let's stamp a few fireflies because we need some fireflies. This one has them. Just a few little ones. And if you notice on your steps, half of these steps are hidden, but when the recipient opens the card, they're going to see them. So why don't we stamp a few fireflies back there. And everything can be done with this Blackberry ink because we're putting like the CALYPSO coral Ferris wheel there. Let's see. So I already stamped out my sentiments. These are the die cuts that they sent, and you stamp on them. So I stamped the "Oh, the Summer Nights are a light with everything bright and magic and bright." I really like that sentiment. If you don't, that's actually a cool tip. If you run out of these because you love making extra alternative cards, which I know you do, do I have them next to me? The Tasteful Touches set, they're die cuts. These are the exact same sizes and shapes, which I think is really cool. So you can always make more. Well, let's go ahead. We got our firework stamp. We got our firefly stamp. Let's find some tape. All right. I'm gonna push this down on the card. Actually, let's fold her up. We can see exactly where she's taping down. Just try not to tape her to the actual inside of the step. There we go, that's very summery. Ooh, you know what? I should have made sure that my sentiment fit first. It'll be good. Should I put it over it? Yes. Do we have... Yes, this kit, as a lot of them do, they send way more of these dimensionals than you'll ever need for these cards, and I love that because I like to put dimensionals on everything. Do I use too many? How many do you put on your cards? Okay. Oops. Of course, they like to stick to me instead of my card. Put it up in the corner. There we go. How about some fireflies? Ooh, and those stars. Got a few of these extras. I'm going to use the little glue dots that they give us. Because, again, these kits just give you everything. A little blue firefly over here. And, of course, we need to decorate our steps with a few of these guys, too. So what do we... You can put them over the step too, because that gives it a little bit more dimension. Do I have any more of those guys? There we are. what I mean? There's just so many extras. Maybe one up here, and a firework. How about a fourth one? I like to make all my alternatives just a little bit different from each other, even if I really like the design, like the sidestep card. All right, let's put this blue one in here. Looks a little empty there. Let's add some stars. Yeah, just a little gold to spruce it up. Gosh, I'm really liking the way this turned out. Ooh, and don't forget there's also the gold stickers, stars that they gave us with this kit. All right, there you go. We have our sidestep cards that just scream summer with amusement parks and the fireflies. So I hope you enjoyed the fun fold card we made today. Don't forget to subscribe to have access to lots of more Stampin' Tips and tutorials in Laura's Craft Closet. And as always, paper pumpkin alternatives. So thanks for joining me and happy crafting!